Okay, somebody asked me to show them how to do lava volumes, and um, that also equates to other volumes because there are lots of ladder volumes, sniping volumes, lots of different volumes. So, but just to quickly go through a lava volume, so let's just start off with a place to have one. I never use 256, I find it far too small. A actual real person, a player, is around 190 units. So if you're playing in 256, then you haven't got much headroom. Anyway, subtract. If I was just to be silly and try to subtract this now, I would get the default engine texture, which is called null texture, and your Unreal editor would probably cry. So let's not do that. Let's pick a texture first, and I just choose first one I come across really, and do that one. Again, it's my habit that I automatically put in a zone info ambience lighting. If I was just to build that now, like build lighting, it would be dark as pitch. I wouldn't see anything. But by adding a zone info, and adjust its lighting, double click on it, zone light, just make it 30 for the moment, and then if I was to rebuild it, then at least you've got 30 ambience and you can see what you're doing. You could of course do that in view, level properties, and go into zone light, but that would be the whole of your map and not just one particular box that you're building. Anyway, for the moment, let's see what we're doing and just do build geometry. I'm going to actually do two volumes here, simply because I'll have one as a lava volume and the other one as a normal volume. So 256, let's just say, and it's all there, so let's just put it down here. And while we're at it, let's join that onto there. While we're at it, let's go and find our lava texture. So we've already got one in the Unreal editor, but I need to go and open it, and it is surprisingly called lava. HRJKLL. Lava sky will do. Go into ground. If I hit this button here, normally if you hover over something it will come up, but anyway it'll animate it. But anyway, if I select that one and then do that one, so as you can see I've already got a section here. If I hit the actor, you can click on these, and if you go into surface properties, you can change the direction, so maybe that'll be better for you. Anyway, I need to create my volume. Luckily my brush is already in that spot, so let me go and create a lava volume. You didn't see that, but you can see it's got a whitish label on it now. And if I was to go into the properties of that physics volume, you can now see that it actually says the damage type is lava. I could of course just, if I didn't want you to actually do that, I could just make it burned, or I can make you do lots of different things. It's going to kill vehicles, and it's going to be destructive, and it's going to kill you at 40 points a second. Okay, but I kind of need some lava to fall through. So if I go into my sheet builder, do 1024 because that's the size, 1024, and I build it. I need to drag it back into place. I'm going to stagger it just so you can see them easier. I might put it to the top there, that'll do. There's two things. If I just built this now, remember I've still got this texture selected. If I just built this now, you wouldn't be able to fall through it. You need it to be semi-solid, or I need to make it as a brush and then convert it into a static mesh, and then make the collision on the mesh so you can fall through it, or no collision. So to make a semi-solid brush, there is a button for that, which is add special brush, and you can already see there's one here saying semi-solid, but if I just use the drop down button, semi-solid brush. Okay, so now you'll be able to fall through that, and that'll be cool. But the trouble is, if you just fell through it, let me just add, back to classes, let me just add a person, say a person. So the monster, because a monster, the warlord, is exactly the same size as a normal person. So that's how deep it is. So it's a very good reference on how big a thing is, especially doorways. The amount of doorways you can't get through is annoying, but c'est la vie. At the moment, if you fell through, you would see exactly this, which is not exactly lava-like. So what we actually need is some fog. So if I highlight the lava volume, we can add fog. At the moment, at the moment there is no distance fog, so I need to turn that on. The fog color, well, at the moment is black, which is not very good. But if I set the color, what makes up orange? I don't know, 150. So that's red, and I don't know, 80. Yeah, so it's kind of going orangey. So distance the fog ends. Well, we've got a complete 1024 box, so if you're in the middle, you're only 512 from the outside. So how far do you want to see before you die in 40 seconds, 40 health points per second, whatever? So I'm just going to set the distance the fog end is 256, say. Where does it start from? Well, it can start from your point of view, from where you're actually looking, or you can make it start, a bit further ahead, so you can see a little bit of something before you die. Totally up to you. Yeah, so that's it. And this one, I'm just going to add a bit of light, put in the middle, and the lighting, oh, not the lighting, that one, I need it spread out, so 100 will do. Let's build it all, and there you go. See, it's a bit darker under here, but whatever. See, and this is the annoying thing about having a texture. If that was a static mesh, I could make it as dark as the rest of it. I could just click on select services, matching texture, take that one off and take that one off, and go into surface properties, and do flags and make it unlit. So now it's all nice and bubbly. So that's your basic volume. You would need to test it to see the distance of the fog, and just to remind you, if you go into your fog volume, and you can set the distance, so it totally depends how murky you want it in there. Unfortunately, the editor doesn't show you the actual fog. You can only see that when you're actually playing the game. But that's one simple way to do fog and lava. Okay, so why don't we just test what we've got so far. So if I just added somewhere where we can test it, build it, and I added a player start. I need to get rid of him because otherwise he's going to start shooting at us. Build it all. Let's go and see what our lava is like. So I can go to play map. Here we are. So if I do join, if I jump in, well, I'm dead, but you can see how thick the volume of the fog is, and you can adjust that to wherever you want. So the alternative to having this brush, semi-solid brush, is to have a static mesh instead. So if I create another sheet, but this time instead of making it a special brush, I'm just going to make it an ordinary brush, but again I need to go and choose my texture. In this case it's just going to be the original lava source, because I can't go and modify these because they're part and parcel of Unreal, so that's no good. In actual fact, if I just exported that to file first, I've already got it in here, so but it's easier if I just import that one, make it my level. Yeah, and that way I don't mess with any textures in Unreal, because it will complain. It will keep on saying, do you want to save this package? And you don't actually want to be having to do that in the first place. So as you can see from this, it's not a moving texture, so I need to make it moving. So if I do new and I call it lava pan, and I make it into a text panner, I import my material. It's already going at that speed. If I want to adjust the speed, so say it was faster, then I can change the speed. But wherever you want. The important thing here is in the surface I can make it two-sided, and I'll show you that in a minute, but I think you'll find it needs to be masked. But lava pan, and now I'll make the material. And now I'm going to convert it into a static mesh. And go get it. As you can see at the moment it's still single-sided. But if I go into the textures and go into the properties, surface, masked, you can see now it's on both sides. So import that. Let's get rid of this one. Rebuild it so we can see it. Get rid of that. And here is my new texture. Let's get rid of the old one. That's the white one, which is blocking volume. That's the pink one, which is a semi-solid. So let's build geometry again. So as you can see, that this is the only one that's here now. I can put it wherever I want. The good thing with this is I can make it any size I wanted. So display, just change it to. So it's more versatile than having to keep on remaking the same mesh all the time. But the only thing is now at the moment it's got collision, so you won't be able to fall through it. So I need to adjust the collision, and that's simple. Block actors false, all of this false. And now you'll be able to fall straight through it because it's got no collision whatsoever. If you wanted to change the brightness of it, let me just build the lighting. So you wanted to make it brighter than that, then in display you can change the ambient brightness. So you can make it as bright or as dark as you want. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye.